Welcome into PFF TV. I'm Sam Monson, and coming out of Thursday Night Football, we have another premium stats review of the game, a deep dive into all of the data you can get from Premium Stats 2.0, all part of your PFF Elite package. As we can see from the score here, 34-3, this was not exactly a close encounter. The 49ers laid a whooping on the Oakland Raiders in this game, but the story to come out of the game was undrafted free agent quarterback Nick Mullens, who ended up getting the start because C.J. Beathard had an injured wrist, couldn't go. Of course, the 49ers already down Jimmy Garoppolo for the season, so we got to see what Nick Mullens was all about. If you dive in here, you can see any one of 14 separate reports in PFF Premium 2.0 for either side of the ball. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to dive into, but let's first go to the 49ers offensive summary page. Here we got George Kittle with the highest grade of anybody in this game. A fantastic performance again from him. He's genuinely looking like one of the best tight ends in the entire National Football League, and he's doing it all without his quarterback. Remember, Jimmy Garoppolo has been down. He's been working with C.J. Beathard for a few weeks. Now he gets Nick Mullens. He still makes catches, makes runs after the catch. His run after the catch numbers are becoming absolutely obscene right now, but he's looking like one of the best tight ends out there. Raheem Mostert as well, a very good grade until that incredibly unfortunate arm injury sent him down. But we have to go down a little bit to number 6 here, Nick Mullens, quarterback with a grade of 69.2, which as we can see is still green. It's still pretty good. It's just not up here with these blue chip phenomenal grades despite the stats. So let's dive in here to his overall passing stats. Here we can see his passing chart, which shows you what areas of the field he was throwing the ball. Nothing deep right, nothing deep left, just the one shot deep down the middle. And we can see this grade here, 70.6 when not under any kind of pressure, 64.9 when he was under pressure. But when you think about what happened in the game, you can start to understand a little bit more why the stats, or why his grade is not as good as these phenomenal stats. An NFL pass rating of 151.9, but think back to the second touchdown. The play before the second touchdown hit an Oakland Raiders defensive back in the end zone in the hands. It should have been intercepted. It ended up bouncing. It almost landed in the hands of a 49ers receiver, but that was a very bad, a turnover-worthy throw in our world. It's a negative, a turnover-worthy pass that doesn't actually result in a turnover because of luck. So the quarterback gets dinged for that. He gets negatively graded for that. And then on the next play, he ends up throwing a touchdown. So it didn't count in the box score. It looks fantastic here, but it's a heavy negative grade for us that does get counted. We are showing you what happened, not what the quarterback ultimately ended up getting because of plays of others, plays of defenders, plays of his receivers. The other thing I want to look at for Nick Mullens, though, obviously this was his first action in the NFL regular season, but if you go here, you can toggle preseason, regular season, postseason. If we go here, we see Nick Mullens' preseason tape. We have seen Nick Mullens in the preseason a little bit. 2 seasons now. The first season, barely played, 12 dropbacks, 10 attempts, 7 completions. Very ugly PFF grade, but in a very small sample size. But this season, we saw some reasonable playing time. 47 dropbacks. That's, let's call that a game's worth of play. 74.2 grade. That's even darker than his original grade. 2 very good games here, and then a couple of rough ones. So we've started to see some flashes that Nick Mullens might actually have some ability, and that carried over into the regular season. There's one more trick up our sleeve. You guys don't have this. This is special sauce that only Sam has on the back end here. But we can go to Nick Mullens' Southern Miss college tape back in Premium, and look what we've got here. We've got blue grades back in 2015. We have a season of absolutely outstanding grading, and then one more in his senior season that was pretty good, 83.5 again, very dark green. That's one of our better grades. So back-to-back seasons here of Nick Mullens showing that he was a very viable quarterback in the PFF system. So, a lot of people were surprised. A lot of people were saying, who is Nick Mullens? PFF saw him coming. PFF College saw the grading. But let's close this away. You guys don't have that. This is just for me. But you guys have access to all of this Nick Mullens pro data, his preseason, his regular season. You can dive into Premium Stats 2.0, all part of your PFF Elite package. Find you some data about Nick Mullens and the rest of the 49ers, or anybody else in the National Football League that you want to find out. It's all part of your PFF Elite package. Hit profootballfocus.com. get into that data, find out what you like. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button of this YouTube video, helps us out a ton, and check out all the rest of our YouTube content.